Alright, welcome back to the FPL Battleground podcast with Tobaro, and today I'm going to dive straight into those transfers that you should be making for Game Week 10. So yes, the transfers in and out for Game Week 10, and we're going to dive straight into that. The first person we'll have Ndiaye. Obviously, Ndiaye is a very, very good midfielder playing for Everton, and then if you watch him play, you see that he's a very versatile midfielder, and he's very wonderful, creates a lot of attacking chances, and Game Week 10 offers a very, very good game for him for returns because they go play Sunderland. So yes, that's a very good game for them. I know Sunderland is in form, but Ndiaye can cause them trouble. So I expect a goal or an assist from him. And taking out of your team, if you have Paqueta, you have to take Paqueta out of your team because West Ham do not look like they're not in a great position at all. They're in the bottom of 3 of the Premier League, and it looks as if it's only Jarek Bowen that's getting the attacking returns at the moment for West Ham. So yeah, Paqueta, they're going to have a very difficult match against Newcastle United. I don't think they're going to score Newcastle United because Newcastle are a very, very tight side to score at the moment, just like Arsenal. So getting Ndiaye into your team. So the next person on our list after Ndiaye will have Wataru Django. What a wonderful performance from him and Brentford against Liverpool. I think he can continue that form. He's been overlooked this season actually, but Wataru is someone that gives his all when he plays for Brentford, and yes, he was a record signing this season. He's got a lot of good attacking returns already. So Crystal Palace offers him a very, very good game. I think he's gonna cause trouble for that Crystal Palace back line with Kevin Shade. So I expect him to get either a goal or an assist in that game. And Tijari Reinders, we've been patient with him enough, and like I said, since game week 1 when he scored that wonderful goal, Reinders has not really been who we expected him to be by now. So Reinders is someone that I think if you still have him on your team, you should plan on getting him out for Game Week 10 because I think they play against the Bournemouth side where I feel they are going to struggle in the midfield, and with the absence of Rodri, he looks like he's the one that plays that deeper role. So I don't expect him to do much for you this game week against Bournemouth. So try and get in Wataru Django into your team for Reinders. He's a very, very good alternative for him. On to the next person, we're going to have obviously Bryan Mbeumo. Very wonderful player. I mean, he's been overlooked this season, but we saw in the game against Brighton over the weekend that he has what it takes to get. In fact, he's an FPL asset. Very wonderful performance from him. Very wonderful dance from him as well. And he gave us the. So yes, Mbeumo was one to bring it into your team for Game Week 10 because they go against a Nottingham Forest side who do not really know themselves at the moment. I mean, they've had 3 managers in the space of 10 weeks, and that doesn't really seem to do them any good because they are at the bottom of the league, and I don't expect them to be all compact when Man United take against them. So that's another game for Manchester United with all the confidence in the world to go and get a wonderful performance, and the man solely behind all of that is Bryan Mbeumo. And yes, try and get him into your team if you do not have him already. Then leaving your team should be Mohamed Kudus for Game Week 10 because obviously they go and play Chelsea, who are the Club World Cup champions. Yes, they've not been really living up to that expectation, but we know Chelsea, we know what they can do, especially when we do not expect them to do a lot. They can be very compact. So I do not really see Kudus getting much out of this game because obviously he doesn't really get involved directly in the games. He usually ends up giving us pre-assists, and pre-assists are not really a thing in Fantasy Premier League because you're not going to get any points for pre-assists. So try and get out Mohamed Kudus from your team. The price difference is a little bit high, but if you have some money in the back, then that can work for you. That's going to be a very wonderful one. Alright, on to the next thing, which is going to be the quiz arena. You guys are not winning for us. We need winners on this show. We need winners for our quizzes on this show. So there's the quiz for Game Week 10 as well. Predict the points of these players displayed over here. Mbeumo, Wataru Django, and Ndiaye. Predict their points for Game Week 10, and yes, you're going to stand yourself a chance of winning 5,000 naira for the weekend. Don't let us down. We need winners on this show. So on to the next person on the list. We have Nick Pope for Ryan Sanchez. Yes, Nick Pope. I mean, Newcastle are very compact. I think they have considered the second least goals in the Premier League this season, just edged out by Arsenal. So they go on face of struggling West Ham side that are in the bottom 3 of the league, and I don't expect that West Ham have the attacking trait, has what it takes to bring down this Newcastle side. So yeah, Nick Pope should be someone that you should look to get to your team. And Ryan Sanchez, he's not really lived up to his expectation this season. I think Chelsea are having a lot of problem with their defense. They are struggling and they are conceding some very, very silly goals. So I don't trust them against Tottenham. I think Tottenham are going to score a goal or two against them. Yeah. So Sanchez is someone that you should look at taking out for game week 10. Yeah. If you need a clean sheet from your goalkeeper. So look at getting Nick Pope into your team. On to the next person on the list. We have Danny Welbeck coming in for Joao Pedro. Danny Welbeck, yeah, is a very, very old man, but you know, he's still got this youthful energy about him. He's still producing very, very good points for us. You saw the wonderful free kick he scored against Manchester United over the weekend. So he goes to face lead this weekend, and yes, that's a very, very good fixture for him to get in more returns, more FPL points for FPL managers. And you should consider taking out Joao Pedro from your team, because you know Joao Pedro isn't really Joao Pedro that we knew from the beginning of the season. I think in the last 5-6 games, Joao Pedro hasn't really had a shot on target in the Premier League, and that's not what you want from your forward. If your forward doesn't have one shot in 5 games, then that speaks a lot about him. And he looks like he's not the main striker at Chelsea right now, because over the weekend we saw where he was dropped. His role was dropped into the playing of number 10, and even at that he struggled to create chances. He also struggled to get in shots into the post. So try and get out Joao Pedro from your squad, because they play against Tottenham this weekend, and yes, you do not want him to be blanking for you because he's at a very, very high price. So yeah, those are the 5 players that you should be getting out of your team. And the next thing on the list, we have our manager of the week competition. Yeah, you know, this is the code for the manager of the week competition. Stand yourself a chance of earning $10. Yes, you heard me, $10 for the week. Yes, this is the code right here. Log into your Premier League app as usual. Log into your fantasy app. Load this code in, and yes, stand yourself a chance of being our winner for game week 10. So that's it for FPL Battleground show with Obaro, and see you guys next time.